Hello everyone, welcome to all. This is Rohan Ahmed Siddiqui from class 12th of Bal Bhavan School. Today we will be going to work on a project wherein the problem statement is such that we have to predict the prices of various commodities, many fruits and vegetables on the basis of their data from the year 2011 to 2018, and we have to predict the prices, their average prices in the year 2019, and also find the best month for their cultivation. Let's begin. So here we can see that this is our data set in this Excel file. We have four columns over here. The date SK column tells us the date in a format such that the first four digits tell us the year, the next two tell us the month, and the following two tell us the date. And then comes the column item name. Here the various items are listed over here, and then comes the date in the normal format that we use, that is date, month and year, and then comes the prices. This price column tells us the price of each item. So now we have performed our all our exploratory data analysis and performed all the machine learning part in Python. Let me open my Jupyter notebook. So I personally use Jupyter notebooks because it is a lot more easier and comfortable for me to perform my all my exploratory data analysis in it. So First we begin with importing all the required libraries, NumPy, Pandas, etc. And then we established connection with SQL and Python. So now I have transferred all my data into SQL because as we all know that Excel really struggles a lot when it comes to working on big data sets. So here we can see that same table in SQL. So I have transferred it in SQL so that our work becomes easier. And then we moved ahead with our exploratory data analysis. So we can see that here a lot of values are missing, uh, and this heat map shows us that a lot of values are missing in the price column and some are missing in the item name column too. So we just removed all the null values because we don't actually require them. So as we can see that earlier we had about 8 lakh, earlier we have about something 8,70,000 rows, and now after removing all the values any where any value is null, after removing all the null values, we can see that we are now left with about 5,51,000 rows. So now this heat map tells us that now we are not left with any null value in our data frame. Now then we first dealt with our dealt with the first part of our problem statement, that is to find the best time for cultivation of each crop. Then we just took the mean prices in each month of every particular item, and then we compare it in then we just compared it, and we found the best month in which and the month in which their mean price is the highest. So by doing this we will get an idea that in which month the prices tend to be on a higher side of each of that particular crop. So after doing all that, we got this data frame that tell us the its mean price in that particular time span. This tell us the start month and end month, this depict the most suitable time period for the cultivation of each crop, and this column tell us the mean price in that particular time span in which the prices tend to be high. And here I have written a note also, if start month and end month are January and December respectively for a crop, the mean price is equal for all months, and so we infer that these crops are available throughout the year and can be cultivated in any month, unlike seasonal crops. So we have successfully dealt with our with the first part of our problem statement, and now we will move ahead with predicting the prices for the next year, that is 2019, on the basis of data from 2011 to 2018. And after moving ahead, uh, we just check the skewness in our price column of in the price column of our data set. We found that we are getting a skewness of 2.25. That is really high. And as we all know that we as we all know that for linear regression algorithm in machine learning to work, our data should be normally distributed. So for making it normally for making our data normally distributed, we will apply the best method to get rid of this is to apply log transformation. So after applying log transformation, we just checked our skewness. So now our skewness is about 0.04, that negative 0.04. So that is close to 0. So that this will work. And now uh, after that we did the train test split. I just splitted our data into 90 in the ratio of 9:1. That is, the 90% part will be used for training purpose, and the rest 1%, 10% will be used for testing purpose. And then after that I just checked the model score. So we are getting a very good accuracy of about 85%, and we are getting a very low mean square error of 0.117. So after that we just moved on with the model deployment. Here the model deployment is basically the next year's prices. It will just tell us the prices of price of each item in the next year. So after that after doing all that, we got this table, we got this data frame predictions. And in this column in this data frame, the column average predicted price for 2019 tell us the mean price of each item for the next particular year, predicted price for each item in the next year. And these tell us the best and after predicting this, I just concatenated with the previous data frame that tell us the start month and end month for best cultivation, that tell us the best time for cultivation. So here I have written that here, after thoroughly analyzing our data, we have successfully found the best time for cultivation of each crop and predicted the mean prices for next year in the above data frame predictions. So now that's all for today, and uh, thank you everyone. See you later.